Yo, how y'all living, Destination Devy fam? Welcome back to the station to help you Devy and Dynasty better. Destination Devy, you know who it is. I am the captain of this here vessel, Ray Garvin, and put out a show a couple of days ago, last week, Sunday, I don't know when it was, talking about 5 second-year wide receivers who I felt were being criminally undervalued in startup drafts because of rookie hype. And I got a lot of feedback, good interaction. I appreciate y'all checking out the show. If you haven't, you need to subscribe and then go back and check it out and then jump into this running back edition because I got a lot of feedback that people wanted to hear about the running backs. What second-year running backs should I be targeting? And I've got 3 guys on this list for you today, and then 2 veteran players that I think everybody should be targeting because of their cost in startup drafts. And then a lot of it is just based on, they're getting older and running backs and kind of forgetting about where they are. But I think these are 5 extremely valuable handcuffs that if something happens to the starter, and even independent of that happening, all of these guys offer some potential standalone value. And one of the names is pretty freaking disgusting. And I talked about a rookie that landed on that team, but I still believe there's some value with said player. So we're going to jump into the 5 guys right after the intro. Drop it.
You got barbecue back there, and you didn't invite me. Hurt my feelings.
All right, the first player that I want to talk about is Snell Jr., running back, Pittsburgh Steelers, second-year player. We all know that Pittsburgh invested 4th-round draft capital in Anthony McFarland, who brings a completely different skill set to the table than Snell does. And the reason why I want to talk about Snell is because technically right now, with no minicamp, no OTAs, if you look at the depth chart, it's James Conner, it's Snell. Snell is the direct backup to James Conner at this point in time. And I believe he's more like James Conner than Anthony McFarland. I think Anthony McFarland is I know he's a completely different player than everybody else on that roster in the backfield. So McFarland is still a target for me in the later rounds of your rookie drafts. Your 3rd rounds, if he falls to the 4th, you definitely want to take him because of the upside. If something happens to James Conner and they just move away from Snell, then you've got a potential, dynamite, low, mid-range RB2 on your hands with Anthony McFarland. But as it stands today, right now, Snell is coming off of the board in Dynasty startup drafts. He's got an ADP according to DLF of 223. So if we do the math on that real quick, 223 divided by 12, it's coming off the board in the 18th round. Middle of the 18th round is running back 70. Running back 70. And listen, once you get mid-3rd, into the 3rd, hell, screw that. We ain't even worried about the 3rd. In the 4th round of your rookie drafts, when you're deciding on players like, I don't even know who's in the 4th round of your rookie drafts, but why not? Why not send some offers out there for the Snell owner to trade you Snell for a 4th round pick? And those of you who don't think it's possible, right? Those of you who don't think it's possible, let's take a look at this tool because it's really interesting here. DLF Dynasty Trade Finder, we can actually see some trades that have gone down involving these players. So let's type in Snell. Here we go. Snell, trades that have happened. Let's go May post-draft of 2020. 12 teams, and we'll go PPR scoring just to keep it simple. We're going to both quarterbacks, single quarterback, super flex. Snell, let's see what he's fetched. Snell for a 2024 3rd round pick. I would take Snell, no question, right? Snell for 39 blind bid dollars. I would take Snell in that case. Nick Boyle in $10 for Snell and a defensive tackle. This is an IDP league. You're getting Snell for nothing if you even have to trade for him. If you even have to trade for him, that's what you're getting for him. Let's see in April, and let's just check out PPR formats. I mean, Snell, he gave up Snell in a 2nd to get A.J. Dillon in the 108. Good grief. So when you're looking at trades involving this player, I'm a Devy person, and I don't even know who's in the 2024 class, let alone the third round of the 2024 class. Go listen, a fourth round pick. Hell, you might not even have to give up some blind bid dollars and get Benny Snell on your roster, because there is some upside with a player who last year had 108 carries, 426 yards, 2 touchdowns. His yards per carry average was not high, but I talk about it and I preach it all the time on this. You guys should know this by now. I'm looking for players who have an opportunity to give me an opportunity to score some fantasy points in fantasy football, and Benny Snell does that with a startup ADP of 223 as the 70th ranked running back on the board. Some players that are going ahead of Benny Snell: Devonta Freeman, who doesn't have a team, Malcolm Brown, Bryce Love, Justin Jackson, Nyheim Hines, Justice Hill. There is minimal risk, high-end reward, and even if you don't believe in Benny Snell, the talent, if he got an opportunity to start and goes out there and rushes for 100 yards, catches some passes, does it again in another game, there's an opportunity for you to capitalize on that value. And hell, if you sold him for a 2021 third or a 2021 second because he had a couple of good games, that is a win. That is how you dynasty. That is how you get better. That is the strategy. So, next player we're going to talk about, a little more intriguing than Benny Snell, and that's Tony Pollard, the running back from the Dallas Cowboys. I am a big fan of Tony Pollard and his skill set. Last year, 455 rushing yards on only 86 attempts, 2 TDs, 15 receptions, 107 yards. And all the chatter out of Dallas is he may be utilized in sort of a slot wide receiver role when they go 4 wide. I know, CeeDee Lamb is there, so he's going to take some targets. But Tony Pollard can play, and they found ways to get him on the field as a rookie last year, whether that's because Zeke Elliott was still trying to round into shape or whatever the case may be. And if something happens to Zeke, you are looking at an RB1. I'm talking about locked and loaded RB1, start him week in, week out, no issues with Tony Pollard. Now, what can you get for Tony Pollard? Right now, he is RB 54 in startup drafts. He's got an ADP of 156. Some rookies that are going ahead of Tony Pollard: Lynn Bowden Jr., Joshua Kelly, and Anthony McFarland. I would take Tony Pollard over all of those rookies, and let's just see what Tony Pollard could fetch if we were trying to trade for Tony Pollard. Because some people think, I can't get Tony Pollard. People aren't giving him up. Well, let's see, because I believe that they are. And I believe this is going to tell us. So let's go to May 2020, 12 team. We don't care about the quarterbacks. PPR formats. What are we getting for Mr. Tony Pollard? Hey, the 307, a couple of days ago, somebody traded the... Give me Tony. I mean, come on, man. Like, I'm trying to help you out, but take Tony Pollard. The 310 for Tony Pollard. Tony Pollard and Jack Doyle, don't even know what he traded. It's not showing up here. Tony Pollard for a 2021 third and a 2021 fifth, and that is a 12-team league, 45-man roster. I mean, PPR formats. Who's going to be in the 5th round in 2021? Are you kidding me? Give me Tony Pollard. Tony Pollard for O.J. Howard and the 304, and they got a 407 back. Tony Pollard for a 604 rookie draft pick. Tony Pollard, 305. Tony Pollard, 2021 third. I can go on, and these are trades that have happened over the past couple of weeks. So for those of you who don't think it's possible to acquire Tony Pollard for low cost, I would take Tony Pollard over Bowden, over Joshua Kelly, over Anthony McFarland. Who are some other running backs going ahead of Tony Pollard? Just go trade for him. If all it takes is a mid to late 3rd round pick, potentially a 4th rounder, put some offers out there. If you haven't had your rookie drafts, put some offers out there to your league mates to acquire Tony Pollard. Now, another second-year running back that I want to talk about, Alexander Mattison, running back, Minnesota Vikings. Last year, 108 carries, 462 yards, averaged 4.6 a carry, had a touchdown, caught 10 passes, 82 yards. We know that the Minnesota Vikings want to run the ball. Dalvin Cook, absolutely dynamic last year, exploded on the scene. Hey, I think he's legit. I think he's talented, but It's the running back position. They're fragile, and Tony and Alexander Mattison showed an ability to get on the field even with Dalvin Cook there last year. So there is still some low-end flex appeal with a player like Mattison. Right now, he's got an ADP of 109 coming off the board as RB35. So it doesn't sound too bad for Mattison. The only rookies ahead of him, outside of the big five, you've got Zach Moss who's going ahead of him. So I would much rather Alexander Mattison than Zach Moss. Now, let's take a look. Let's jump back over to our trade finder and let's see what Alexander Mattison is fetching, because again, I'm sure there's some people, oh Ray, I can't trade for him. Nobody is moving Alexander Mattison. I guess I got to spell the whole damn thing out, right? Alexander, where you at? Boom. Mattison, Minnesota Vikings. And May post-draft 2020, same criteria, 12 teams, PPR formats. Let's filter the results and see what he's going for. So here, Mattison, I'm trying to look at some where it's just him, right, to give us a really good idea. Alexander Mattison went for the 211 and Chris Herndon. It's not bad. Mattison for the 206 and a 2021 third. Okay, that seems all right. I would do that. Mattison in the 311 for Kerryon Johnson. Yeah, probably take that side. I don't know about Kerryon. Corey Davis for Alexander Mattison. I think we'd all take Alexander Mattison. There's no question there. Mattison for Jared Cook. It's a PPR format, start 12 teams. Mattison for Blake Jarwin in a 2021 third round pick. Keyshawn Vaughn, Jerry Jeudy, and Jonnu Smith for Alexander Mattison and Mark Andrews. Mattison in the 301 for the 206. So he's looking like he's going for a mid-second round pick. Like if they just did that straight up, hell, give me that side right there. I would take Mattison in the 301 over a 401 and 206. Mattison in the 208 for the 204 and 301. Mattison for 212 straight up. So it's looking like a mid to late Mattison for a 2021 second. Give me Mattison. Mattison for Rodney Anderson, the 304 and 306. Give me that side all day, every day. Mattison, a 2-1, a 3-1 for Leonard Fournette. Point is, Mattison is obtainable for reasonable cost in Dynasty leagues right now. You're talking about a mid-second, late second, 2021 second, 2021 third. I would absolutely take the upside of a player like Alexander Mattison, who, is only on a 3 or 4 year deal. So in a couple of years, he could find himself in a position to be a starter somewhere else. Give me the proven running back over the fictitious 2021 third, who we don't even know is going to be there right now. It's so far removed from that class and so far removed from the 25th at best player in 2021 to even be thinking about that. You could find 2021 third round picks as the season goes on. Go get Alexander Mattison. Not a bad buy at cost. Now, who else do we have? Pollard, Mattison. Latavius Murray. All right? Latavius Murray. I know he's a 30-year-old running back. I get that. But he's a 30-year-old running back in a committee, and it's a good committee because they like to use both backs. We've seen that with Ingram and Kamara, and then last year with Kamara and Latavius Murray. If something happens to Alvin Kamara, we are starting Latavius Murray every single week. In 2019, 146 carries, 637 yards, 5 TDs, 34 receptions, 235 yards, and another touchdown. Again, there is some flex appeal. If you need to throw somebody in a pinch, independent of an injury, for Latavius Murray to do some work. And right now, he's coming off of the board as RB, what is this, 66, RB 66. Some players directly ahead of him: Justin Jackson, Nyheim Hines, Justice Hill, Eno Benjamin, Raquel Armstead, Damian Harris, Boston Scott, LaMichael Pirine. I'd probably take Latavius Murray. And again, especially if you're a team that's in a win-now situation, that's a good running back on a great offense to have. And we are going to do what we've done the entire time and go look at what he is costing. Let's go look at some real-life trades and see what ridiculous rookie picks are being flipped for Latavius Murray. So May 2020, 12 teams. Yep, PPR formats. Let's filter. Okay, Lat Murray for Boston Scott in the 205. Lat Murray for a defensive tackle is IDP league in the 403. Latavius Murray and a 2021 fourth for a 2021 third. Murray and the 210 for AJ Green. Must be a team that's win now mode. Goodness. Lat Murray for Jalen Samuel, who's probably going to be cut, and a 2022 fourth. Murray and the 309 for Breida and a 2021 third. Murray for the 310 straight up. Give me Murray. Murray, a 406 and a 2021 first. Somebody gave up all of that to get the 207, the 212, and the 712. Murray for Auden Tate, the 307 and a 2021 third. 212 for Murray and picks. Latavius Murray for a 406 rookie draft pick. All of these are PPR formats. Give me Murray over Dalton Keene. Give me Murray over James Prochet. That's what you're looking at with the 406 in a rookie draft. And when you're talking about third rounds, if you're a team that is competitive, that you're going for the championship, or you've got a potential team that can make the playoffs and make a push for the championship, Latavius Murray is not a bad handcuff to have. An elite offense, a player who still, he doesn't look like he's slowing down at all, and probably because of the part that he's been sort of in this committee role. He's never really just been a full-time bell cow for multiple years. Go get Latavius Murray. He's not costing you much. If you can get him for a fourth-round pick or a 2021 third, man, I don't have to tell you, that's freaking home run stuff right there. That is how you win in Dynasty. That is how you extract that value, and that's how you improve your team. And also, you put yourself in a position or situation where if there's a team that's looking for a player like that, you might be able to extract even higher future rookie draft capital off of a player like a Latavius Murray if something happens to Alvin Kamara. Now, the final player that I want to talk about is the highest ranked of all of these handcuffs. Highest ranked out of all these handcuffs. I don't have to tell you about his talent. We all know that there is definitely independent standalone value with Kareem Hunt. Backup running back and sort of like this, he's the backup handcuff to Nick Chubb, but he's playing regardless, right? When we look at what he did in 2019, in a shortened season because of suspension, he literally didn't play half the season and was just, he had to get his feet wet. 43 carries, 179 yards, 37 receptions, 285 yards, and a touchdown is really what, should get us excited. And it's sounding like he's going to play more in this slot role. Jarvis Landry is recovering from hip surgery. I have no clue how he's doing. But right now, Kareem Hunt is coming off of the board as RB26, ADP of 81. Now, a lot of people are thinking, I can't go get Kareem Hunt. Nobody's trading Kareem Hunt. Bullshit. They are trading him. And I promise you, once you see what he's going for, you're probably going to send offers out there. So let's pull up Kareem Hunt right now. Let's switch this back over. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Kareem Hunt. 12 teams in May of 2020 in PPR formats. What is Kareem Hunt going for? Kareem Hunt for Henry Ruggs straight up. Kareem Hunt for Henry Ruggs straight up. I know what side of the fence I'd fall on. I know what I'd want. Kareem Hunt, AJ Green. Kareem Hunt and a 2021 second. For a 2021 second. Kareem Hunt for the 301, a 2021 third, and a 2022 second. Kareem Hunt, please, and thank you. Kareem Hunt and some blind bidding dollars for N'Keal Harry, 2021 second, 2021 third. Like both sides of that deal. 25 blind bid. Looking for some single trades. So this guy, goodness. Darrell Henderson, Kareem Hunt, and the 105 for David Johnson, Michael Gallup, the 108 and the 208. I would take Kareem and the 105 for that package, period, outright. Kareem Hunt for Singletary in the 2021 second. Kareem Hunt, and he got Kareem Hunt, got a 2021 second for Tyler Lockett. Kareem Hunt for David Johnson in the 210. What side do you want? What side do you want long-term for a 24-year-old, going to be 25-year-old running back opposed to the corpse of David Johnson and Antonio Gibson. I think it's the Kareem Hunt side, no doubt. Kareem Hunt for A.J. Green in the 2021 second. Kareem Hunt for Christian Kirk. Kareem Hunt for the 110 and 312. It's an interesting one because at 110, you probably are still going to get one of the top 5 wide receivers. Justin Jefferson, Rager may fall to you. This is a PPR format. Probably take the 110 side. But Kareem Hunt is very, very obtainable. Kareem Hunt for Antonio Gibson and Deontay Johnson. Kareem Hunt and the 108 for Melvin Gordon and a 510. Yay. People. These are 5 high-end handcuffs. Benny Snell, listen, I don't want to say too high-end with Benny Snell because even if I have him, which I do have some Benny Snell, as soon as he performs, as soon as he shows out, if he gets the opportunity, I'm shipping his ass off expeditiously. He will be off of my roster, but it doesn't matter. That's what I'm saying. These players don't have to sit. It's assets. You're moving chess pieces around. So just because you acquire or you draft a Benny Snell or you trade for him, you don't have to think about having him on your roster for long term. If you like him and you like the talent, then great. But if not, use that as a chess piece and as an asset to acquire something else, to flip that, to extract value at other positions. That is how you win in Dynasty. That is how you play the damn game. We're playing chess, not checkers here on the Destination Devy Station. So listen, go put some feelers out there for some of these players. You know, the rookie running back pool, after the big 5, you've got Keyshawn Vaughn, and there are some players that I wouldn't mind targeting later, like a McFarland, like a DJ Dallas, like a Joshua Kelly or an Antonio Gibson, even Eno Benjamin, who was a 7th round pick. But the name of the game is to try to score freaking points. And Pollard, Mattison, Latavius Murray, Kareem Hunt, and Benny Snell have done it. They have played in the NFL. They've received carries. They're all looking like they're going to be backup running backs in decent offenses. So give me those players opposed to the unknown with some of these rookies, especially if you are a team that is competing for a playoff push in 2020. There we go. Send some offers out. Utilize this awesome tool that DLF has to offer. And as always, subscribe to the channel. Leave your comments, feedback, interact with me. Share this wealth with your league mates. Subscribe, please. I love y'all, man. We're here to help you Devy and Dynasty better. And until next time, peace.